Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki and it is time to make crafting fun. DIY number one, and we're gonna make a beautiful set of tarts. And for that, I think the name is tart. We're gonna use this mini wreath, and also we're gonna use those foam balls, and we're gonna use a doily. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure my doily, and that will be the bottom part of my donuts. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking this nutmeggy kind of color and I'm painting both of them. Then I'm gonna take this royal gold and I'm gonna paint over that beautiful nutmeggy color. And what I'm doing is I'm just creating them like to look like pastry. Yeah, just like that. Then I glued them to the doily, and then what I'm doing is I'm just removing the excess because I told you we just need the bottom part to have something for the caulk to adhere to. And what I'm doing, I'm just taking those foam balls and I'm gonna glue them to the metal like that. Then I'm gonna take the spackle, and I said caulking, but it's spackle, but you can use caulk if you want. And what I'm doing is I'm just frosting them like this. You can use a pipe bag, pipe bag to make this. But I use a spoon just to make it easier on everyone. We're not gonna use any special tools for this, just a spoon and some spackling. Then I'm just going around covering the bottom part like that with more spackle just to make it look like it has lots of whipped cream. Then after we finish with that, I'm gonna repeat that with the other one. And I'm gonna start decorating, and I'm using these beautiful berries from Dollar Tree, and I just place them like this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one gingerbread man for each, but first I decided to use this rosemary that I got from Walmart. It's a Faux piece of rosemary. And then I'm gonna take that gingerbread man and I'm gonna paint it the same color. I believe that one is chestnut, but it's a nutmeggy color. And I just place that gingerbread man over there. Now I'm just taking this straws from the dollar store, you can find them at Dollar Tree, and cutting pieces and adding them all around just like this. And they are small pieces just to make it look like they have a little bit of candy cane. Yeah. Then I took some of these berries and I'm gonna go all around because this is a berry tart. I think the name is tart. And what I'm doing is I'm just adding them all around. Then I'm gonna take a little bit more of those berries, add them over here like that, and then I'm cutting the excess just to add it over here. I'm gonna place them really nicely. Then I'm gonna keep on playing with them until I have them where I want them, just like that, cutting the excess, just placing them where I want them. And then when we have that, we're gonna add a little bit more of that rosemary for rosemary to our tart. Then I'm gonna take some flocking, Snowflake. I'm gonna add a little bit of water with my sprayer, and then we're gonna use that flocking as sugar. And as you can see, it's all covered with the Faux sugar. But I added more water just to let that snowflake set, and then they look so cute. Let me show you. And here you can see them, and they look so cute. They look like they have real sugar. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below because yeah, I love them. And this is part of the Christmas crafting with friends that I'm doing with the Distressed Princess, Deco Easy, Crafty Cathy, Crafty Lady, and the Crafting Cousins. And in the description box down below, you're gonna find the link to the playlist so you can go and check what they created for this awesome collab. And also you're gonna find the links to all of their channels so you can go and check them out. You're gonna love them. They are so awesome. Now DIY number two, and we're gonna make a beautiful cake, and for that I'm using this cookie teams. Yeah, I think that's the name of that. Cookie boxes. And then I'm gonna use more spackle. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cookie boxes. You can use any type of box. You can use foam if you want. And what I'm doing is I'm just going around with my spackle all around my cake just like this until I have covered all of my box like that. And then after I finish with this one, I'm going to repeat that with the other one, making sure that that lip on the top doesn't show. And as you can see, I'm just smoothing out all of my spackle really well. And now I'm going to repeat that with the other one, the round one. And as you can see, I'm just going around, just making sure we have all of that frosting where it belongs. So we need to cover all of our boxes like that. And we're gonna go around just making sure that it is smooth and beautiful so it looks like a cake. After we finish with that, we're gonna let it dry for at least 12 hours or overnight. Then when they are dry, here you have them, and we're gonna take this beautiful ribbon, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that ribbon to the bottom of the round one. That was a hard one. Of the round one like this, all around it. Then I'm gonna cut the excess, and then I'm gonna take the other one that looks like a flower, and I'm gonna add that one to the top like this. And as you can see, I'm using the red part, not the polka dots. So now that we have both of them, we're gonna glue them one on top of the other like this. And after we have that, that's how it looks. We're gonna take some of that hot glue, and we're gonna take these beads. You can find some of these beads at Dollar Tree. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all around just to cover those places where the two cookies boxes meet there. After we finish with that, we're gonna start decorating, and for that I'm using some of this caulk. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put some dots on top of the top part of my cookie box or cake. And I'm gonna go all around. I'm gonna cover everything with this, just like this. We're gonna go all around like that. Then I'm gonna take this beautiful Christmas trees, mini trees from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna add 3 of them on the back, like that. And then we're gonna take lots of berries to decorate the front and the top of our cake. Let me just flip this over and take my berries. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to cut them over here in the middle. And here I'm just adding them with a little bit of hot glue. And then I'm gonna add the other piece with a little bit more hot glue, like that. Then I'm gonna hold them until they are set, or the glue is set. And then we're gonna move on to adding some of that rosemary that we used for the first DIY all around our berries. I think that's making it look more edible. I think so. It looks cute. And I'm gonna continue doing that until I have lots of greenery over there. Then we're gonna move on to the top, and what I decided is to add lots of berries to the top of my cake. And you will see that right now. Let me just finish with that rosemary. Then I took my berries, and as you can see, we're gonna start gluing them to the top. I'm just playing around because, yeah, I craft it as I go. But I'm gonna add some of those berries to the top just like that. And then I'm gonna add more and more and more and more. Then I took these beautiful berries from Dollar Tree, and what I'm doing is I'm just adding them here and there. And they look like they have some coconut or something on top of them. I just love them. They look like they are candy. And now what I'm doing is I'm just gluing them. Then I'm gonna take this gingerbread man, and I'm gonna start playing around with them until I have them where I want them. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue to the bottom of each one, and then I'm gonna glue them where I want them. This is a project that it is up to you. You decide where you want to place your thingies. The thing that I want to show you is that you can decorate a faux cake with everything you have at home right now. You don't need to go and buy anything. If you have everything at home, from decorating for Christmas, you have everything you need for this. And now I'm just adding a little bit more berries here and there just to cover the empty spaces, and that will be it. Now we're gonna make the base, and for that I'm using one of these planters and one of these signs from Dollar Tree. I removed the stake, and now what I'm doing is I'm just gluing them together. Then I'm gonna take these beads, and I'm gonna start adding beads to the sides of my sign. Yeah, over there. You can use the beads from Dollar Tree, but I had these ones at home, so I wanted to use those. Then we're gonna go all around, and we're gonna spray paint all of this with red. You can use any color you want, but I just want to add some red to go with my cake. Now we're going to spray paint it, and then we're going to take our cake, and this is how it's looking, and our cake stand that looks like this. And we're going to place our cake on top of our cake stand. And here you can see it, and it is looking so beautiful. But I want to know what you think about this one. I just love it. I know, I'm biased. If you like modern farmhouse boho decor and lots of silly jokes, that's what I do here. So subscribe and click on the bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, hit the thumbs up if you like this one and share this video with a friend because that really helps to support my channel. Here's my social media. Go and check me out. DIY number 3, and we're gonna make beautiful mug topper. And I'm using this mug that I have, and those coasters, and a gingerbread man that I painted from Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing is I'm just using it to top that mug. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a styrofoam bowl and I'm gonna cut it in half. Then I'm gonna glue that half on top of my coaster. Just like that, using hot glue. Over here, we add that. And then I cut this candy cane, but I decided not to use it. Now, I decided to start with caulk, but then I decided that I wanted to add spackle. It's easier for me just to frost it like this. We're going to go all around, adding our frosting like that, going all around our mug topper. And we're going to make it look like it is whipped cream, something like that. So we're going to go all around with our spoon, just making sure that we have covered everything, the sides, the top, and everything. After we finish with that, we're not going to let it dry. We're going to keep on decorating. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dowel just to make sure that I have a hole for my straw. And you will see that I will struggle a little bit to get that dowel off. But then I took it off by moving it a lot. And then I inserted my straw. As you can see, I lost some footage, but what I did is I took the piece of the candy cane that I cut, the long one, and I cut it small pieces and then added one of those berries. And that's about it for that. And I also added my gingerbread man. Now that we have that, we're going to start adding some of those beads that I used before all around to make it look like it has sprinkles. And here you can see it. Now let me show you with the mug. Here you can see it, and I just love it. Look at that. It is so cute. I just love those pieces of candy cane. It looks so edible, but it is not. If you want to buy me some crafting supplies, you will find this link in the description box down below. You don't have to do that. You can support your favorite creator by watching, sharing, and liking their videos. But if you want to buy me crafting supplies, this link, you will find it in the description box down below, and you will get a shout out in my channel. DIY number 4, and this is our easiest DIY, and I'm using this Snowflakes from Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chestnut paint and I'm going to cover them completely. Just like this, we go all around, we paint them, and I'm going to paint this style and the other style with the same paint, chestnut. Then I'm going to take white chalk paint from Waverly, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a dot in the middle. Then I'm going to make lines onto our snowflake pieces just like this to make it look like our snowflake has some frosting. So we're going to go all around to make it look like it has a little bit of frosting, but these ones are sugar-free, gluten-free, and everything that Santa needs on this Christmas after everything that's been going on, and he's been eating a lot. So these ones are perfect for Santa. What I'm doing is I'm just going all around making my lines. Here you can see it, and it is looking so cute. Then I'm going to take the other one, same thing. We're going to make a dot in the middle, go around, make our lines, and then we're going to go to the other bigger piece of the snowflake, and we're going to paint it. And then we're going to go to the middle one or the smaller one, and we're going to paint that one. Just like that, we're going to go all around it. And here you can see it. Now we're going to take some of this twine, and I'm going to just add that twine to the top to make it look like an ornament, but you can make it look like cookies. And here you can see them together, and they are looking so cute. They look like actual cookies. But let me know what you think about them in the comments below. And here you can see all of them together, and these ones are one of my favorites. This is my last DIY video for the year. I still have my best DIY video coming up next week, and I hope to see you there, but this is the last time I will be crafting this season because I want to spend some time with the family. And remember that this is part of the Christmas Crafting with Friends, and in the description box down below you're going to find the link to the playlist and also to all the ladies that are joining. They are so awesome, and I just want to thank them for joining me for this awesome collab. I had so much fun with all of you, and I know you're gonna find there lots of beautiful things also, and you're gonna love them. They are super sweet and they are super talented. Go and check them out. And remember that if you like modern farmhouse, boho decor, and lots of silly jokes, and watch me struggle with my words, subscribe because that's what I do here. And if you like this one, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching this type of videos. Take care, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.